Hello Udemy, I'm Shakzee from Shakzee.com and welcome in lecture number 3rd. Today's we are going to overview our sections from official website of Twitter Bootstrap 3.x. Make sure we are going to cover each and everything from the 3.x version. Then we will move to Bootstrap 4 version. Okay. So now you can see I have getbootstrap.com/docs 3.3. While I'm recording this lecture, the current version of the Bootstrap is 3.3.7. In simple words, the last version of the Bootstrap 3.3.7, because now Bootstrap 4 is available. So we are going to cover each and everything from Bootstrap 3. Okay. So we have 3 sections: components, CSS and JavaScript. You can see, hit the components link. Now you can see a lot of components available in this sections. So I'm going to start from this section, which is components, and I'm going to cover each and everything in these sections. Okay, so after some lectures, when we complete these sections, we will move toward CSS sections, then we will move toward JavaScript sections. So we are going to cover each and everything from Bootstrap 3. Okay, so now you can see we have icons available. You can see here is a lot of icons in this sections. So you can see available icons, and you have drop down menus. You can see you have drop down menu, you have button groups. How can combine your button? Okay, so you can combine your buttons, and you can you have drop down menu with buttons. You can see you have drop down menus, and you have input groups. So you can see you have input groups, and you have navs, different kind of navigation bar or navs available in the Bootstrap 3 version. Okay, so nav bar. So this is a proper nav bar. You can see you have proper nav bar, navigation bar. Don't worry, we are going to cover each and everything. Now you have breadcrumbs, you have paginations, you have labels. You can see you have labels, and you have alerts, and you have progress bar, and you have media objects, you have list group, you have panels, and you have after your panels you have some contextual alternatives, and you have some other classes, you have some tables, and how can you respond your embedded YouTube or iframes. In simple words, how can you embed? So you can see we have a lot of things inside this section. So don't worry, we are going to cover each and everything, but now we are just showing you each and everything from individual sections. So hit the CSS sections. You can see in the CSS sections you have how can you start your HTML content. They have some documentation about how can you start. They have mobile first approach, and how can you use container. They have 2 types of containers. How can you use grid systems? Okay, because and how can you use media queries. Don't worry, we are going to cover each and everything in these sections, but in our later lectures. So they are saying these are the grid systems, and you can use grid system typography, and how can you use codes and buttons and images, and then you have some helper classes and your responsive utilities. So go to your top section. Now you have you can click on the JavaScript section. You can see you have overview of JavaScript, how JavaScript works. So this is your jQuery code. So I consider that you have the basic knowledge of JavaScript and also jQuery, because JavaScript sections is available here and a lot of jQuery involved in this sections. So you can see you have how can you call your modals, your modals. Click on the modals, and how can you use drop downs. You can see you have drop downs, you have tabs. Okay, how can you use tabs? You have tooltips. How can you use tooltip? How can you call your tooltip? Pop power. How can you call these functionalities? And how can you call alert? And then collapse and carousels, and you have many things in this section also. So don't worry, we are going to cover each and everything from individual sections. So we have 3 sections: component sections, okay, CSS sections, then we have JavaScript sections. So I think this is enough for today, and in the next lecture I'm going to take an example so you can easily understand how can you select an element, and how can you create a component, or how can you customize a particular component or a particular item. So thank you for watching.